Saxon Algebra 1 half lesson 111. This is always a satisfying lesson, isn't it? 111, and especially when we do example 1. That's going to be great. We are wrapping up our 3-lesson theme on business math, business topics. And today we have 2 different topics that are not really related to each other, and we're just gonna barely dip our toes into these. But I like these lessons because these are words that you will hear in normal everyday life. And now when people toss these words around, you'll know what they're talking about. And you'll know just enough to be dangerous. I will give you a disclaimer that as a person who is trained in accounting, it really makes me cringe to teach these lessons because they're super simplified. So just know there's lots more complexities to this, but we're keeping it really, really simple. And I'm going to shut my accounting mouth and not get carried away with teaching you a bunch of details that you neither need to know nor honestly probably care about. Okay, this is important though. Commission. Many jobs have a pay structure where employees earn a salary. That's the amount you're paid, you as the employee. It's usually either a monthly salary or an annual, a year-long salary. And you get that salary no matter what. If you take some vacation days, that's included. If you're sick some days, that's included. If you work overtime, you get paid the same. If you are, busy with something and you skip out a few hours early, that's okay too. But you get paid the same amount all the time, no matter how many hours. Most people work more, not less. But in any case, salary just means it's a flat amount that you get paid every time. Commission is a different kind of pay structure. In this, you're paid a certain percentage of your sales. Okay, this commission pay structure is often used for people who sell things. Real estate agent is the best example of that. If you don't sell houses, you don't get paid, right? But if you do get paid, you get a percentage of a pretty big number, so you don't have to sell a lot of houses to make a nice commission. They're super popular now, probably among the moms in your world, but there are a lot of companies that involve selling things directly. There's essential oils, there was the leggings company, there are toy companies, and those are all done. You don't get a salary. You get paid based on what you sell, right? So 2 examples, Young Living and LuLaRoe, right? Oh, and there's a skincare one, Roden and Fields. Those are all good examples of businesses where the people who sell those products, they don't get a salary. They only get commission. They only make money if they sell things, okay? So what we're going to do is practice just playing with the numbers to figure out a commission. And let me just say this. Oftentimes, people earn, like if you work at maybe in car sales, you sell cars, you might get a combination of salary and commission. So let's do good old example 111.1. Wouldn't it be cool if there were 11 examples in this lesson, because then it would be 111.11, but there aren't, so sorry. A sales representative was paid a base salary of $300 per month. The line means per, MO stands for month, okay? Base salary means you get paid that amount first, no matter what. And then you get commission on top of it, is the way we usually talk about that. He was also paid a commission of 10% of everything he sold. So we also get commission, which is 10% of his sales. Okay. If he sold $26,000 worth of merchandise in 1 month, okay, sold $26,000 in 1 month, what was his paycheck? So in other words, how much did he get paid, right? So we have to do this, right? We have to take the base salary and add the commission. So let's do that here. The base salary is $300 a month, and we need to find 1 month, so that's perfect, right? $300. The commission is 10% of $26,000. How do we find that number? Well, it's a freaking formula problem, percent version, right? 10 is the percent. We put it over 100. We multiply by 26,000, and that will give us the amount of this that is paid to our person here. Okay, so we take off 2 zeros. We're dividing by 100, and then we multiply. So the commission equals 2,600, right? We subtract 2 zeros and then add 1 more for a total of 2. So there's that. And then we add it up for the total. This is how I calculated the commission. So I'm just going to put that in like a little note. And then the total, $2,900, is how much I would call that total pay. Make sense? Yay. That's the right answer, by the way. I'll wait for just a minute before you before I yank it away. Okay, so that's all we're going to say about commission. It's important. I really want you to understand commission and salary, to know a little bit about the kinds of jobs that are usually paid commission, and to know that commission is usually a percentage of your sales, and so that's how you calculate it. You multiply the percent over 100 times the total sales. Okay, flipping. B, profit. Okay. Profit, as you know, is what a business earns after it pays for all of its expenses, right? So in the examples we've been talking about, let's see, we had selling price. And we said that was equal to the purchase price plus the markup. So with a little bit of algebra, we can subtract the PP. Here, let's write it like this. SP stands for selling price. Let's do this. Subtract PP from both sides. Then we get, I'm going to write it out now, the selling price, okay, what we sell the North Face jacket for at Zumiez, minus the purchase price. That's what we had to pay North Face in order to get the jacket in the first place. The difference is what we call the markup. And at first glance, you might think, oh, well, markup, that's the profit then, right? That's what you had to pay for the jacket. That's how much you sell it for. So the difference is what you earn, right? No, not completely, because what we have to do is we have to take the markup, okay, the difference between what we paid for the coat and what we can sell it for, and then we have to subtract out all of our expenses. And that will equal what we call profit. And this is where my accounting brain is losing its mind right now. But that's okay. We'll call it this, okay? So we start with this is what we sell the coat for. We get the money from the customer. That's not our profit. We have to subtract the cost of the coat, right? What we paid for it. That gives us something called markup, but that's not all profit either, right? We still have more expenses. So then we take the markup and we subtract out all of our other expenses. They could be things like salaries, insurance, rent, right? The rent that we pay them all to use the space, utilities. Those are some good examples of what we have to pay. We being we're the store owners, right? We own this Zoomies store. We have to cover all of those costs too. What's left after that, that is what we call profit. Okay? So we've already played a little bit with this set of equations today, or that it's not a set of equations, it's just one. Today we're going to talk about this side of it. Okay? We already talked about this. Okay. So, let's find a problem. And there's only one more problem and then we're done. Oh, so sad. A store owner, well, that's us, marks up her merchandise 40%. Okay, so the markup equals 40%. Her expenses are $5,200 a month. Per month. If she paid $16,000 for the goods sold in 1 month, okay, so that means that's what she had to pay to get the North Face jacket. So that's the purchase price, right? Purchase price. Now this is where I have to say something because I'll go crazy otherwise. In the real world of accounting, we don't call that the purchase price. We call the amount of money that we pay to North Face to get those jackets, we call that the cost of goods sold, which makes a lot more sense. And that's why I go crazy. This purchase price thing is confusing because it's like, well, who's purchasing it? Is it our customers purchasing it from us, or is it us purchasing it from North Face? This expression is way easier to understand because it's the cost to us of the goods that we're selling, okay? So, sorry, I just had to do it. All right, so that's the purchase price, and this is per month, okay? So, we're gonna figure out what we're supposed to find. What's the profit? Okay, so we're gonna use this. We're going to find the markup, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this same thing, but I'm just going to do it sideways. So we're going to find the markup, and then we're going to subtract the expenses, and that will give us the profit. I'm leaving some room here because that's where we're going to have to do the most of the work. We're going to have to do some calculating. Okay, the markup is 40% of the purchase price. So the markup, 40% of purchase price, right? So we multiply 40 over 100 times $16,000. How do you feel about it? Does that make sense? I hope so. We'll divide top and bottom by 100, canceling those pairs of zeros. Now we just have to multiply 40 times 160 and we'll be good. 160 times 40. 0, 0, 0. So then we'll start another 0. 6,400 is our total markup for the month. That's the amount of money we earn after paying for just the North Face jackets. That's the amount that we sold them for minus the amount that we paid for them. And now we have to subtract all these other expenses that we have. And we've just got a nice total here. It's $5,200. Oh, that's super easy, right? So that means our profit for the month is $1,200. Make sense? This is everything you need to know for this. And it's usually a percent of purchase price. That's where I got, that's how you calculate the markup, okay? And then you just subtract. All right, hopefully your brains are not exploding. I hope not. This is the end of our little business series, and the last lesson for this week, we're going to talk about probability in games of chance, rolling dice, spinning spinners. It's a fun lesson, and most students find it super easy. So we've plowed through all the business math, and now we're done. Okay, that's all. Goodbye.